Welcome back to Horoscope TV. Imagine waking up with this sudden, just overwhelming urge to completely change your entire life, like top to bottom, all before lunchtime.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a lot.
Right. And for someone born under the sign of Cancer, which is, the ultimate creature of comfort and safety, that is a truly terrifying thought. But looking at the sky for this upcoming week, that is exactly the kind of cosmic collision we were looking at today.
It really is.
So, if you're listening right now, we are talking directly to you about your sign, Cancer. And we're looking very closely at the week of April 6th to April 12th, 2026. You really need to tune in for this conversation because honestly, this week is just not normal.
No, not at all. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's packed with these huge demanding feelings. You are going to face surprise pop quizzes at work that actually let you show off, which is cool.
Definitely cool.
But you'll also see some totally unexpected changes with your money. And there's a very brave, almost out of character spark coming to your love life. So yeah, it is a massive week.
It really is a massive week, and we are going to analyze the astrological charts and, the planet movements day by day to help you make the best possible choices.
Which is so helpful because it sounds like a minefield.
It can be, but we are not just going to tell you what is happening. We're going to look at exactly where these planets are, how they are pushing against each other, and what that invisible friction actually means for your daily life as a Cancer. We want you to understand the why behind all these big feelings you are going to have.
I am so ready for this. We have a lot of ground to cover, so let's just jump right in. Let's start by looking at the general mood of the week. We are calling this section Riding the Waves of Change.
I like that title. It fits perfectly.
Thanks. So what are the charts showing us as we take our first steps into Monday morning?
Well, to understand Monday, April 6th, we actually have to look backward for just a second.
Oh, back to Sunday.
Exactly, to Sunday, April 5th.
Right.
There is leftover energy from a very specific event that it just spills right over into the start of your work week. On April 5, the sun makes a strong angle to the planet Jupiter.
Okay. The sun and Jupiter.
Right. Now, in the astrological charts, the sun represents your core self. It's your ego and basically your main battery of energy.
Like your personal power source.
Exactly. And Jupiter is the planet of growth, luck, and making things bigger. I mean, it is the giant of our solar system, so its entire job is to expand whatever it touches.
Okay, so the sun is who you are, and Jupiter makes things bigger. That sounds good, right? But you said they make a strong angle.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean for the listener? Does it mean they are, working together nicely, or are they fighting?
That is the key right there. In the charts, this specific angle is called a square.
A square, okay.
Yeah, a square is a 90-degree angle. So think of two cars arriving at an intersection at the exact same time, coming from different roads.
Oh, yikes.
Right. They cannot both go forward easily. There is tension, there is friction. So you have the sun wanting to shine and Jupiter wanting to expand everything, but they are clashing.
Oh, I see. So it's not a smooth expansion.
No, not at all. The result is this massive burst of energy that feels a little bit out of control. It brings huge feelings and this extreme push to do something big, like right now.
That makes a lot of sense. And if we think about a Cancer, we know that feelings are already their home base.
Oh, completely.
You are a water sign. You literally feel the room the moment you walk into it. You feel your friends' moods before they even speak.
Yes, Cancers are incredibly sensitive to that stuff.
So if Jupiter acts like a giant magnifying glass on top of those already deep feelings, this sounds like, I don't know, putting a sports car engine inside a golf cart.
That is a perfect way to describe it. The golf cart just starts rattling.
Yeah. The body just was not built to handle that much expansive force, so things start rattling apart. You might, look around your living room or look at your daily routine and suddenly feel this desperate, overwhelming need to just tear it all down and start over.
Yes, exactly. As a Cancer, your natural instinct is to protect what you have, right? You want to stay in your shell. But this Sun and Jupiter square, it forces you out. You want things to be different. And because Jupiter lacks patience, you want it fixed immediately.
Immediately. Wow.
You might feel this wild buzzing sensation. And you might wake up and think, I need to quit my job, paint the house, and move to a new city today.
But acting on that kind of explosive energy usually leads to regret, right? Especially for a sign that loves stability so much.
Oh, massive regret.
If the listener is feeling this overwhelming urge to change their entire life on Monday morning, how do they avoid wrecking the good things they already have? How do they slow the golf cart down?
Well, you slow it down by understanding that the sky is going to change very soon, and you really just need to wait out the storm.
Just write it out.
Exactly. The charts give us a clear answer for when this wild feeling stops. You just have to hold on until Wednesday, April 8th, because on that day, the moon enters the sign of Capricorn.
Okay, let's break that down for everyone. The moon is the ruling planet for Cancer, right?
Yes, it is.
It's like your boss. So wherever the moon goes, you feel it way more deeply than any other sign.
Absolutely. You are tied to the moon.
But Capricorn is like the exact opposite of Cancer. Cancer is soft, emotional water. Capricorn is hard, serious earth. It is the mountain goat climbing the rocks.
That's right.
So what happens when your ruling planet goes into that kind of serious earth sign?
It acts like an anchor. It's exactly what you need. Capricorn energy is incredibly calm, very serious, and highly focused on the real physical world.
So it brings you back down to earth.
Completely. It does not care about your wild dreams of moving to a city. It only cares about what is on your desk right now. When the moon moves into Capricorn on April 8th, all that wild, buzzing, rattling energy from the sun and Jupiter square, it just drops away.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. It sobers you up. You stop wanting to change everything at random. Instead, you start focusing heavily on practical daily tasks and very serious goals.
That sounds like a huge relief. It's like you spent Monday and Tuesday wanting to tear down the walls of your house, and then by Wednesday, you just decide to, I don't know, organize the kitchen drawers instead.
Yes. You channel it into something useful.
You get the focus to actually be productive without blowing up your entire life.
Exactly. You find a useful channel for the energy. But you cannot get too comfortable in that quiet focus.
Oh, why not?
Because the charts show another massive shift the very next day.
Of course they do.
On Thursday, April 9, the planet Mars moves into the sign of Aries.
Mars moving into Aries. Okay, now, even someone who just reads their horoscope casually knows that Mars is the planet of action, fighting, and drive. It is the warrior planet.
It is the warrior, yes.
And Aries is the warrior sign, so they're made for each other.
Yes. Aries is Mars's home base. When Mars is in Aries, it operates at full strength. It is pure fire, pure forward motion. I analyze this shift as a massive delivery of fresh power. It gives you the drive to face hard problems directly. It brings a sudden, intense burst of bravery.
Okay, I have to challenge this a bit, though,
Sure.
because we are talking about a Cancer. The symbol for Cancer is the crab, and crabs do not walk straight forward. They walk side to side.
That's very true.
They approach problems from an angle. They are careful. Are you really saying that on April 9, a cautious water sign is going to channel warrior fire and look a hard problem right in the face? Does that not go completely against their nature?
It does go against their usual nature, which is exactly why this astrological event is so important to talk about.
Okay, I'm listening.
The astro data shows that you will not feel like a normal Cancer on this day. The fire of Mars in Aries heats up your water. It literally makes it boil.
Oh, wow. Boiling water.
Yeah, and this is not a comfortable feeling, but it is a very useful one. This fresh power helps you push through the fear that usually keeps you walking side to side, and you are going to need that bravery because of what happens the next day.
Wait, what happens on Friday, April 10th?
On April 10th, the sky gives us a last quarter moon.
The last quarter moon. Okay.
And the cycle of the moon is very important for a Cancer, obviously. A last quarter moon happens when the moon is halfway between full and dark. It is a transition point.
Right, getting darker.
Yes. In astrology, the last quarter moon is always a time of crisis and release. It is the exact moment when you are forced to look at what is not working and clean out the old. It helps you let go of old bad habits.
Oh, I see. So let's connect the dots here.
Okay.
On Thursday, Mars gives you this boiling, uncomfortable bravery. And then on Friday, the last quarter moon demands that you throw out the trash in your life.
Exact.
So you use the fire from Thursday to burn down the bad habits on Friday.
You analyze that perfectly. That's exactly it. Without the brave Mars energy, a Cancer might hold on to a bad habit because, well, it feels familiar and safe.
Cancers love the past.
They really do. But with Mars pushing you forward and the last quarter moon demanding a clean slate, you can finally say goodbye to things or ways of acting that you simply do not need anymore.
That sounds incredibly productive, but also like a lot of heavy lifting.
It is a lot.
Dealing with tension on Monday, facing hard problems on Thursday, breaking bad habits on Friday. I mean, is there any light at the end of the tunnel for this week? Is there time to just breathe and have fun?
Yes, absolutely. There is a reward for doing all this hard work.
Oh, good.
Later, that exact same day, Friday, April 10, the moon moves again.
Busy moon this week.
Very busy. It leaves Capricorn and enters Aquarius, and Aquarius energy is entirely different.
How so?
It is an air sign, and it rules groups, community, and looking toward the future. When your ruling planet, the moon, goes into Aquarius, your internal focus completely shifts outward.
Outward. Okay, so instead of looking at your own habits and your own internal problems, you start looking around at the people in your life.
Correct. The astrological charts show that you will strongly want to spend time with your friends. You will want to be part of a group.
That sounds lovely.
It is. And after all the heavy emotional lifting early in the week, this Aquarius energy will make you feel very light, happy, and just full of joy. You do the hard work when the sky asks you to, and then you get to celebrate with your community by the weekend.
That is the perfect way to wrap up the general week. Work hard, clean house, and then go laugh with your friends.
Exactly.
But, I want to circle back to something we touched on a minute ago.
Sure, what's that?
We talked about that boiling, brave fire energy from Mars. That kind of heat does not just help you face annoying problems. It also lights a serious fire in your heart.
Oh, it certainly does.
Let's move into our second section, which we are calling Brave Hearts and Safe Harbors. Let's look at love and romance for Cancer this week.
The romantic charts for this week are beautifully complex. We have to start, once again, by looking at the energy spilling over from April 5.
Back to the Sunday spillover.
Right. Early in the week, the planet Venus connects to a point in the sky called the North Node.
Okay, let's unpack that. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and what we value. But the North Node is a bit more complicated for the average person to grasp. It is not an actual planet you can look at through a telescope, right?
That is right. It's not a physical planet. The North Node is a mathematical point in space. It's where the moon's orbit crosses the Earth's orbit around the sun.
Got it. So it's a location point.
Exactly. And in the charts, the North Node acts like a compass needle. It points toward your karmic destiny. It shows where you're supposed to be going in this life to grow as a person.
That is so cool. So if Venus, the planet of love, connects with the compass needle pointing toward your destiny, what does that feel like on a Tuesday morning for the listener?
It feels incredibly grounding.
Grounding. Really?
Yes. When love meets destiny in the charts, it brings a deeply stable energy to your heart. It removes the desire for quick, meaningless flings.
Oh, I love that.
Instead, it gives you a very strong desire to build strong, lasting bonds. You want relationships that actually mean something for your future.
Stable energy. And for a Cancer who is constantly navigating their own shifting internal tides, stability is the ultimate goal.
It is everything to them.
They want a safe harbor. So if we break this down, how does this play out for someone who is single right now? What are they looking for?
For single Cancers, this connection between Venus and the North Node means you are highly likely to meet someone or notice someone you already know who makes you feel completely safe.
Safe. Just safe.
Yes, and we have to understand why feeling safe is not just nice for a Cancer, but absolutely required right now.
Why is that?
Well, think about that wild Sun and Jupiter energy shaking up the start of your week. Your boat is rocking.
Oh, right. The golf cart rattling?
Exactly. You are not looking for someone who brings crazy drama or plays games. You want someone who feels like a quiet room. You want someone you can trust with your heavy feelings.
I really love that image. Someone who feels like a quiet room, a place to just rest.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is. But wait, we also have to factor in that massive shift on April 9. We just established that Mars moves into Aries, bringing fire and bravery.
Yes, the warrior energy.
Right. So if a single Cancer is looking for a quiet room on Tuesday, what happens when Mars sets their heart on fire on Thursday?
This is where the week gets very interesting for your love life. That same fire energy that helps you face daily problems also wakes up your romantic passion in a huge way.
Oh boy.
Yeah, whether you are single or already in a long-term relationship, you will feel brave in love.
This is the part I really want to pull apart. A Cancer feeling brave and fiery in love?
It's a rare sight.
Let's use an analogy. Usually a Cancer tests the water. They put one toe in. If the person they like seems slightly distant, the Cancer retreats back into the shell and hides.
Absolutely. They're easily spooked.
But with Mars in Aries, it sounds like the crab is finally deciding to come all the way out of the shell, march straight across the hot sand, and grab exactly what it wants right out in the open.
That is a very accurate picture of the chart data. Mars in Aries does not wait. It takes action.
But I have to ask, from a psychological standpoint, is it not incredibly risky for a careful Cancer to suddenly act so bold?
It feels risky to them, yes.
Because if they march across the sand and tell someone how they feel, and they get rejected, Cancer will remember that pain for 10 years. Does being this brave not set them up for a massive emotional fall?
It is a totally valid fear, and it is the exact reason cancers usually hide. But the astrological charts for this specific week tell us that taking this risk is the right move.
Really? So they should just go for it.
Yes, being brave pays off right now. Because of the clear, direct energy of Mars, you might find yourself telling someone exactly how you feel. You might finally say the heavy words you've been holding back for months.
Well, just putting it all out there.
Exactly. And the reason we know this boldness pays off is because we can look ahead in the charts just past the end of this week.
Okay, what are we seeing when we look ahead?
On Monday, April 13th, just as this week closes, Venus makes a very lucky link to Jupiter.
Venus and Jupiter.
Yeah.
The two most beneficial planets in the sky connecting.
Yes, the great benefits.
The planet of love meeting the planet of luck and growth. That sounds amazing.
It is amazing. In astrology, it is one of the best connections you can possibly have for relationships. It brings massive joy. It brings actual noticeable good luck on romantic dates.
Good luck on dates is always welcome.
Right. And also importantly, it helps you make very special plans for the future with the person you care about.
Oh, that's so sweet. So let's connect the sequence of events.
Yes.
Early in the week, you want destiny and stability.
Yes.
On Thursday, you get the brave fire to actually speak up and ask for it.
Correct.
And then by the following Monday, the universe rewards your bravery with joy and beautiful future plans.
You analyze the flow perfectly. That brave, scary moment you push through on April 9 leads directly to the joy on April 13.
That's a beautiful payoff.
It is. But remember, if you stay in your shell, you miss the reward. You have to take the risk.
Wow. So to all the listeners, step out of the shell, say what you feel, and let the good luck roll in.
That's the advice.
That is amazing advice. And, being bold, taking risks, and making big plans, it's not just meant for romance.
Not at all.
It sounds like this exact same energy is demanding that you show up big time at work this week, too.
Very much so.
Let's shift gears and move into our third section. Big ideas and sudden chances in your work and career.
The career charts are highly active this week, and the stakes are quite high. We have to bring back the major event from April 5, the Sun squaring Jupiter.
The rattling golf cart is back.
It's back. We talked about how this creates a rattling, expansive feeling in your personal life. Well, at your job, this aspect brings huge, out-of-the-box ideas for your work.
Like light bulb moments.
Exactly. You are going to be full of new plans and brilliant ways to make things run better at your office or in your business.
Well, big ideas are always great. It feels good to be the person in the meeting with a fresh perspective.
It does feel good.
But knowing how Jupiter operates, you said it makes things seem bigger and easier than they actually are. I feel a warning coming. What is the catch here?
You have good instincts. There is a very strong warning in the charts regarding your job this week.
I knew it. What is it?
Because you have all these big ideas, and because the Sun and Jupiter are making you feel invincible on Monday, you must be extremely careful not to promise more than you can actually do.
Oh, the classic Cancer trap. Overpromising.
Yes, it happens all the time.
Let's really unpack the psychology here for a second.
Please do.
A Cancer naturally wants to nurture people. They want to be the caretaker.
Right.
So if the boss looks stressed out and asks for someone to take on an extra project, a Cancer says yes just to ease the boss's pain.
Exactly. Or if a coworker is falling behind and needs a hand, a Cancer says yes because they want to help the team feel safe.
It's a beautiful trait, really. But why is saying yes to everything this week going to cause a disaster?
It will cause a disaster because that square between the Sun and Jupiter creates a false sense of capacity.
A false sense of capacity. Okay, explain that.
It makes everything look easier and faster than it really is.
Yeah.
When you look at the extra project, Jupiter whispers, "Oh, you can do that in an hour."
But let me guess, it takes way longer.
It will take 5 hours. You will truly believe you have the time and energy to save the day for everyone in the office. But you physically do not.
Right, because there are still only 24 hours in a day.
Exactly. And if you promise too much, you will inevitably drop the ball. You will fail to deliver. And for a Cancer, letting people down causes immense crushing stress. You have to build a wall around your time this week.
So the advice is, write down all the big, brilliant ideas in a notebook so you do not lose them, but absolutely do not volunteer to execute all of them yourself right now.
Perfect advice. Protect your schedule.
Okay, so if Monday and Tuesday are basically a minefield of overpromising, how do we actually get organized and find success at work?
Midweek action is going to save you.
Wednesday again.
Yes, Wednesday, April 8th. Two very important things happen in the astrological charts that change the work environment completely. First, as we discussed, the moon moves into Capricorn.
Right, the strict, serious earth sign. It sobers you up.
Exactly. When the moon hits Capricorn, it becomes the absolute best time of the week to focus on your main work goals. Capricorn energy gives you the discipline to stop dreaming, sit down at your desk, look at your actual list of duties, and just do the hard work step by step.
It brings your feet back to the floor.
It really does. It grounds you.
Okay, so Wednesday is your anchor day. You put your head down and work. What is the second thing that happens on April 8th?
While you are focused on your work, the planet Mars makes a very good link to the planet Uranus.
Mars and Uranus.
Yes. Now, Uranus is the planet of surprises, sudden events, and lightning bolts.
Okay, unpredictable stuff.
Exactly. When Mars, the planet of action, links to Uranus in a positive way, the charts show it brings sudden, exciting new chances to show off your skills.
A sudden, exciting chance. That sounds like getting a pop quiz from a teacher, but realizing as you look at the paper that you actually know all the answers.
That is a great comparison.
Like the boss suddenly asks a really hard question. In a company-wide meeting, there is dead silence, and you just happen to have the exact right data in your head to save the day.
Yes, you look like a hero.
But here's the problem. How can the listener possibly prepare for a chance that is, by definition, a total surprise?
That is the beauty of how the sky is working on Wednesday. You prepare for the surprise by doing exactly what the Capricorn moon wants you to do.
Which is putting your head down and working.
Exactly. Focusing deeply on your main work goals. If you are doing your normal job well, if you are sitting at your desk and paying attention to the details, you will naturally be in the perfect position when the sudden chance strikes.
Oh, I see.
You do not need to go hunting for the opportunity. The opportunity will hunt you down.
That is fascinating. The best way to catch lightning in a bottle is to just stand in the field doing your job. Do not chase the storm.
Beautifully said.
Thanks. Now, what about the end of the work week? After you shine on Wednesday, what does Friday look like?
Friday, April 10th, is ruled by that last quarter moon we talked about earlier.
Right, the one that makes you break bad habits.
Yes. We mentioned using it to break personal bad habits, but it applies heavily to your desk, too.
Oh, my physical desk.
Both physical and mental. This is the exact time to completely clear your workspace. You need to look at all your ongoing projects, find the ones that are stuck, failing, or just taking up space, and throw them away.
Throw them away, like just drag the folder to the trash icon. Cancel the project entirely.
Yes, just get rid of them. And I know this is very hard for your sign.
Yeah, cancers hold on to things.
They really do. You hold on to old shirts, old memories, and old work projects because you always think, oh, maybe I can save this. Maybe it will be useful later.
Totally. It is the sunk cost fallacy. You think because you put 3 weeks of work into a spreadsheet, you have to finish it, even if nobody needs it anymore?
Exactly. But the astrological charts are screaming that these dead projects are acting like weights tied to your ankles.
Dragging you down.
The last quarter moon demands release. When you throw those dead projects away, it immediately clears your mind. It removes the mental fog.
That makes sense.
And the charts show that once that old stuff is truly gone, it brings much better success in your daily job tasks. You will feel lighter, faster, and more creative at work because your brain is not cluttered with dead ends.
I can almost physically feel the relief of taking a giant stack of useless papers that has been sitting on the corner of the desk for months and just dropping it in the recycling bin.
It's liberating.
It really is.
Yeah.
But, while throwing away old paper might feel great, holding on to your actual cash is a totally different challenge this week.
Oh, definitely.
The sky's going to test your wallet. Let's look at our next section. Smart choices for your money and finance.
Money is a highly sensitive topic this week, and we have to go back to the starting point again.
The sun squaring Jupiter on April 5.
Yes. That same aspect. We know Jupiter expands things, and when it clashes with the sun, it creates a feeling of wanting to live very large.
Oh.
In your financial charts, this square makes you want to spend money on fun, flashy, or expensive things.
Of course it does. It makes perfect psychological sense.
How so?
Well, you start the week feeling all this extra tension, you have these big ideas, your golf cart is rattling, and you just want to change your life.
Right.
The absolute easiest, fastest way to feel like you are changing your life is to pull out your credit card and buy something new and shiny. A new wardrobe, a new piece of tech, a fancy dinner. It gives you instant relief from the tension.
That is spot on. It is an emotional Band-Aid.
But looking at the charts, I am guessing that swiping the card is not the best idea.
It is a terrible idea for this week.
I figured.
My strongest advice, based on analyzing the current sky, is that you must try to hold on to your cash. And you do have help doing this.
Oh, good. Where's the help coming from?
We see that the planet Venus is currently moving through the sign of Taurus.
Okay, let's explain Venus in Taurus. Venus is the planet of money and value, as well as love.
Yes, it rules both.
And Taurus is an earth sign. In fact, Taurus is Venus's home sign, right? It is where she is most comfortable. So what does this mean for Cancer's wallet?
Taurus energy is all about slow, steady, earthy growth. Think of the farmer planting seeds and waiting for the harvest.
Okay, patience.
Exactly. It is not about quick thrills or flashy spending. When Venus is in Taurus, the cosmic environment is perfectly designed for slowly building wealth and keeping your bank account highly secure.
Keeping it safe.
Yes. It wants you to build a thick brick wall of savings around yourself.
I like the sound of that, a fortress of savings.
Very comforting.
It plays right into a Cancer's deep need for security.
Mhm.
You want to look at your bank balance and feel safe. But life does not always let us sit peacefully in our fortress, does it?
No, it certainly doesn't.
We talked about Uranus bringing surprises at work. Does Uranus have anything to say about our money this week?
Yes, and this is the bump in the road you have to watch out for.
Oh, boy.
On Wednesday, April 8th, that same link between Mars and Uranus that brings a good surprise at work also brings a challenge to your finances.
A challenge.
Uranus is the planet of sudden shocks. I analyze this specific planetary link as a sudden surprise that is going to cost you money. It is highly likely to be an unexpected bill.
Oh, that is the absolute worst feeling.
Yeah, it really is frustrating.
It is like finding a massive hole in your pocket right when you were walking to the store to buy a treat. You listen to the stars. You are good on Monday. You do not buy the flashy thing. You put your money in your Taurus savings fortress.
Right, you do everything right.
And then, boom, Wednesday hits. The car needs a new tire, or the water heater explodes, or the dentist finds a problem. It feels so unfair.
It does feel unfair, but that is Uranus. It just strikes.
If we know an unexpected bill is coming on Wednesday, should a Cancer just hide their wallet under the mattress, turn off their phone, and refuse to engage with the world?
Hiding in the shell is the classic Cancer panic response. But no, hiding will not fix the broken water heater. You have to face the problem.
So what do we do?
The beautiful thing about how the planets are arranged this week is that they give you the exact tool you need to fix the surprise bill just one day later.
What happens the next day? Thursday?
Yes, Thursday, April 9. Mars moves into Aries.
The warrior energy.
Yes.
We talked about this for love and for hard problems.
Yeah.
How does the warrior energy help your bank account?
When Mars enters Aries, it acts like a shot of adrenaline. You will feel a massive, strong drive to find new ways to earn more cash.
Wait, really?
Yes, truly.
So the surprise bill hits on Wednesday and knocks you down. But instead of crying about it and feeling like a victim, on Thursday morning you wake up, look at the bill and say, okay, challenge accepted. How do I make more money today to fix this?
Exactly. Mars in Aries refuses to be a victim. It gives you the fire to take immediate action.
That is so empowering.
It is. You will feel a powerful urge to earn more money to protect those long-term savings goals you were building with Venus and Taurus. You might march into the boss's office and ask for more overtime hours.
Or maybe launch a small side business you had been thinking about.
Absolutely. Or you might sit down with a calculator and ruthlessly figure out a smarter way to manage the budget.
You transform the panic from Uranus into pure hustle with Mars.
Yes. Making these smart, aggressive choices right now builds a much stronger financial future for you and your loved ones.
And we know that for a Cancer, having the money to protect your family and keep your home safe is the biggest, most powerful motivation in the world.
It is the core of who they are.
Provide for the family, keep the fortress safe.
Exactly.
But let's be honest. Dealing with the tension on Monday, the work surprise on Wednesday, the unexpected bill, and then suddenly turning into a hustling warrior to earn extra cash. I mean, all of this is going to exhaust a person.
Oh, completely. It takes a huge toll.
It takes a massive toll on the body, which leads us perfectly into looking at your physical state. Let's talk about moving fast and resting deep. Here is your health and wellness forecast for the week.
Your physical health and your mental wellness require very careful attention this week because there is a serious push and pull effect happening in the sky.
Mixed signals.
Very mixed signals. Your body is going to receive confusing instructions from the planets. It starts early in the week. By Monday, April 6th, the moon is moving through the sign of Sagittarius.
Okay, Sagittarius, that is the archer.
Right.
It is a fire sign, but it is a very different fire than Aries. Sagittarius energy loves wide open spaces. It loves the outdoors, exploring, and making big, sweeping movements. How does a Cancer feel when their ruling planet is in this adventurous sign?
You will feel a physical itch.
Like you can't sit still.
Exactly. You will feel a very strong need to get out of the house, get outside, and move your body. The four walls will feel way too tight.
Well, that sounds really healthy, actually. Going for a long walk in the park, try a new bike trail, or just spending an hour in the fresh air.
It is very healthy.
It sounds like a great way to burn off that nervous sun and Jupiter energy we talked about.
It is the perfect way to burn it off.
Ah, there's always a but.
Yes. I know we have to bring up Thursday again. Mars moving into Aries on April 9.
The warrior fire.
Right. We have said it makes you brave in love, it makes you want to face hard problems, and it makes you hustle for money. But how does that pure, aggressive fire affect your fragile physical body?
I'm guessing not well.
This is where we see a real danger zone for your health this week. When Mars enters Aries, the physical risk goes up significantly.
Why is that?
Because this fiery energy removes your natural caution. It can make you rush through your physical actions. You will feel like you have to do every single thing as fast as humanly possible.
Well, then rushing leads to mistakes.
Exactly. And when you rush your body, you get hurt.
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
It is like trying to run a sprint before you even know how to walk, just because your brain is excited.
Perfect analogy.
You are so fired up by the Martian energy that you forget you are still inside a human body that needs to warm up. You might be, rushing down the stairs to start your new side hustle and twist your ankle.
Yes, very likely.
You might try to lift something way too heavy at the gym because you feel brave and you pull a muscle in your back.
Exactly.
Or you might just move so fast in the kitchen that you burn your hand on the stove.
Those are exact examples of how Mars in Aries causes trouble. It is the energy of accidents caused by impatience.
So how do we solve this? How do we balance this strong Sagittarius need to get outside and move our bodies with the Aries danger of moving too fast and hurting ourselves?
The solution is to trick the energy.
Trick it.
Yes, you have to consciously command your body to slow down while still giving it the movement it craves.
Okay, what does that look like in practice?
Instead of going for a hard pounding run on the pavement, do quiet, intense stretching. Go to a slow flow yoga class where you have to hold poses for a long time.
Okay, so you're still working hard, but slowly.
Right. Take slow, deliberate walks while practicing deep breathing. You are still moving, which satisfies the moon in Sagittarius, but you are keeping the movement highly controlled, which protects you from the rushing, accident-prone Aries energy.
I love that strategy. Quiet stretching. You give the fire a safe hearth to burn in so it does not burn down the house.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
And what happens after you get past that rushing danger zone on Thursday?
The sky naturally forces you to slow down. On Friday, April 10th, the last quarter moon happens.
Right, the moon that clears the desk and drops bad habits.
Yes. For your physical body, the last quarter moon is a massive signal to stop. It reminds you to rest and let your body heal.
Healing time, just laying on the couch, drinking water, and letting your muscles repair themselves from all the tension.
Yes. And you need to start that resting process on Friday because it builds up to a major energetic crash by the end of the weekend.
A crash.
Yes. Looking slightly ahead to Monday, April 13, Mars meets the planet Neptune in the sky.
Okay, Mars meeting Neptune. Let's look at that. Mars is the engine, the drive, the action.
Correct.
And Neptune is the planet of the ocean, of fog, of dreams, and of, well, dissolving things.
Yes.
So what happens when the hot engine drives straight into the deep fog?
The engine floods and stops working.
Oh, wow.
When Mars hits Neptune, your action energy completely dissolves into sleepiness. The astrological charts show that by the end of the weekend, you will feel incredibly tired. The adrenaline from the week will crash.
So you just hit a wall.
You hit a wall. You will need deep, uninterrupted rest. You will not want to do anything.
And people need to hear that so they do not feel guilty when Sunday rolls around and they just cannot get off the couch.
Exactly. It is not laziness. It is literally the planetary weather.
That's so validating.
Yeah.
Taking good care of yourself, slowing down on purpose, and giving in to that deep rest will allow your mind to reset so you can be clear and happy for the next week.
Precisely. You cannot fight Neptune. When it tells you to sleep, you must sleep.
That is the perfect plan for the body. Start the week with big movements, switch to careful stretching when the fire hits, and by the weekend, give yourself full permission to do absolutely nothing.
It's a great prescription.
Now, part of keeping your mind clear and happy is not just resting, it is also making sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people, right?
Oh, definitely. People are energy.
And using the right tools to navigate that energy. So let's wrap up our analysis of the week by exploring our final section. Friends, foes, and lucky tools.
This is always a very helpful part of translating the charts into daily life. We look closely at how the current planetary weather for Cancer interacts with the core energy of the other 11 zodiac signs.
I love this part. Let's start with the positive. Who is the best match?
I have analyzed the charts, and they reveal that your absolute best match for friendship and interaction this week is the sign of Leo.
Leo. The lion.
Yes, the lion.
Now, anyone who knows basic astrology knows that Cancer and Leo sit right next to each other on the zodiac wheel, but they are vastly different creatures.
Very different.
Cancer is ruled by the moon. It is deep, dark, emotional water. Leo is ruled by the sun. It is bright, loud, performative fire. Usually, water puts out fire, or fire boils water. Why on earth are they the best match for each other right now?
It seems strange on the surface, but it makes perfect sense when you look at where the planets are moving this week. The current positions make your two very different energies blend together perfectly.
How so?
Think back to what we just discussed about Thursday, April 9, when Mars moves into Aries.
Right, the warrior planet goes into the warrior fire sign. It makes the Cancer brave, fiery, and a little aggressive.
Exactly. As a Cancer, you are temporarily operating on a very fiery, active frequency this week. Your water is boiling.
Right.
Now, Leo is naturally a fire sign all the time.
Oh.
So for this specific week, you are actually speaking the same energetic language. You will both share this massive excitement and a strong desire to start fun, active projects together. You are on the exact same wavelength.
That sounds incredibly fun, actually. You do not even have to explain to a Leo why you are suddenly feeling bold and loud. They just look at you and say, finally, you are acting like me. Let's go do something crazy.
That is exactly how it will feel. The charts show that you will understand each other's impulses without even needing to speak out loud. It is an easy, natural, fun connection.
That's awesome.
And there is a bonus to this. We talked about how Venus makes a lucky connection to Jupiter on April 13, bringing joy and good luck.
Right, the reward for bravery.
That same lucky energy directly blesses your interactions with Leos. Spending time with a Leo friend this week will actively bring out the bravest, best parts of your personality.
So they lift you up.
They do. Being around their natural fire will make you very happy and deeply relaxed.
So the homework is clear. Find a Leo, text them, hang out, and let the good times roll. They are your safe space for fun this week.
Definitely.
Now, on the flip side of the coin, the sky also creates friction. Who should a Cancer try to avoid this week? Who is the worst match?
Your least compatible sign for this week, the one that will cause the most friction, is Virgo.
Virgo. Now, that is genuinely surprising.
It is surprising normally.
Virgo is an earth sign. Cancer is a water sign. In nature, earth and water mix perfectly to make a garden grow. They usually support each other beautifully. Virgos love to organize, and Cancers love to be taken care of. What is going wrong with this usually great pair?
The root of the problem goes all the way back to the very first thing we talked about.
Yeah.
The aspect on April 5.
The sun squaring Jupiter again?
Yes. That tense square between the sun and Jupiter creates a massive amount of stress between a Cancer and a Virgo. The astrological charts show that your internal goals and your daily speeds are moving in totally opposite directions right now.
Let's break that down. How are they moving in opposite directions?
Well, because of the Jupiter energy, you, the Cancer, are feeling big, messy feelings. You want to tear down the walls, make huge changes, and you are operating with this wild, rattling energy.
The rattling golf cart.
Yes. But Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Virgo needs everything to be perfectly ordered, logical, step-by-step, and clean.
Oh, I see the problem.
Right. So when you come in with your chaotic, massive emotional plans, the Virgo looks at you like you are a total disaster.
Like you were ruining their perfect system.
Exactly. And when the Virgo tries to slow you down and organize your feelings into a neat little spreadsheet, you feel like they are trapping you. You are rubbing each other the wrong way on every possible level.
It is exactly like trying to dance to two completely different songs at the exact same time. The Cancer is listening to heavy metal, and the Virgo is listening to classical music. You're just stepping all over each other's toes.
That is exactly what it is like.
So practically speaking, what does the listener do? Do you try to sit down, communicate, and fix the relationship with the Virgo this week, or do you just walk away?
The charts strongly suggest that you should just step back. Do not try to fix it right now.
Just leave it alone.
Yes, because on Friday, April 10th, during that last quarter moon we talked about, The tension between you and Virgo hits its absolute peak.
Oh, right, the crisis point.
The last quarter moon is a crisis point. If you try to have a serious talk to fix things on that day, you are highly likely to have a ridiculous argument over something very small.
Oh, we have all been there. You end up having a screaming match about the wrong way to load the spoons into the dishwasher, but it is not really about the dishwasher at all. It is just the planetary stress looking for an outlet.
Exactly. A tiny mistake will turn into a big, dramatic fight. So the absolute best advice is to keep a polite, friendly distance from any Virgos in your life right now.
Just smile and wave.
You do not need to cut them off. Just smile, nod, and step back. Focus on your own personal growth, your own work goals, and your own physical resting. Let them organize their own lives.
That makes sense. Let it cool off.
The clashing energy will pass in a week or two, but for right now, give them a lot of space so you can stay peaceful.
Polite distance. Smile and walk away.
Mm.
That is great, actionable advice. Now, before we finish up our time together, you promised us some lucky tools to help us navigate the week.
I did.
What specific numbers and dates should the listener be watching out for?
I have pulled the data from the charts for your lucky numbers. For a Cancer this week, the numbers are 4, 6, 17, 24, 30, and 36.
Let me repeat those so everyone listening can jot them down in their notes app. Your lucky numbers are 4, 6, 17, 24, 30, and 36.
That's correct. If you need to pick a date for an event, choose a seat row, or pick a random number for any reason this week, let those numbers guide you.
Perfect. And what about the calendar?
Yeah.
What are the best days to actually take action?
The absolute best dates to take important, life-moving action are Wednesday, April 8th, and Monday, April 13th.
Let's review why.
April 8th is when you have that strong Capricorn focus and the lucky Uranus work surprise. And April 13th is when Venus and Jupiter bring joy to your relationships. Mark those 2 days with the big star on your calendar.
April 8th and April 13th. Fantastic.
Wow.
We have truly covered so much ground today.
We really have.
We started with huge, rattling feelings on Monday, figured out how to catch sudden chances at work, planned a solid defense against unexpected bills, explored how to use fiery passion and love without getting burned, and learned to find joy with a Leo friend while avoiding those awful Virgo dishwasher fights.
It really is a week that demands awareness. If you let the planets push you around, it will just be chaotic. But if you balance the big, fiery energy with slow, smart choices, it can be an incredibly successful week.
Absolutely. Understanding the why behind the feelings is half the battle. And as we finish up today, I want to leave you with one final thought to carry with you.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
The charts show that your lucky color for this week is silver. And if you are looking at a screen, the specific color code is #C00C00.
Silver! That's beautiful.
Now, I want you to think about the physical properties of the color silver. Think of it like a highly polished mirror. This week, try to use that silver energy to reflect the good things in your life. When your Leo friend brings you joy, reflect that joy right back to them.
That's a great visualization.
And just as importantly, when you encounter the stressful vibes from people who try to drag you down, like those silly arguments looking for a place to happen, do not absorb their anger. Be the silver mirror. Let their stress bounce right off your surface and back away from you. Protect your peace.
Protect your peace. Perfect.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV. We love breaking down the sky for you and helping you understand the invisible forces at play. If you found this helpful and want to stay ahead of the stars, please subscribe so that you can get notified when the next episode is available. Have a wonderful, brave, and deeply beautiful week.